Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the End of Day Report with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave price trigger reports that we place in your hand each and every day. All right, so as you know, this is shaping up to be a quiet week because it's a Fed week. So let's run through a couple of things that we got our eyes on for this week. First and foremost, here's a reco from the live chat. The ticker is MMJ. It's traded on the ASX exchange, MMJ group. As you can see here, we came into today with a crash alert, and we got a narrow range inside day so far. So as it stands, the market right now has a bearish bias to it, even though it looks like we may have based out and put in a short-term bottom because we had this rally alert. We got upside production. Now it looks like we're starting to reverse and maybe possibly put in another leg lower, sort of like we did back here. All right, so this is kind of setting up like here and here and here. So it looks like, more of the same. Another leg down could be forthcoming. So definitely something to watch over the next 3 to 5 days until and unless we get another alert. All right, now this is what we got on the map that we're checking this week because it's a Fed week. All right, so first thing we're going to be looking at is how this is going to affect gold prices. So here's your gold futures chart right now. We're still relatively consolidated. We have been moving sideways for a few weeks now, going absolutely nowhere. Right now, though, the bias is to the buy side, with all pullbacks being bid. This has not changed. All right, so going into the Fed speak on Wednesday, that may be the catalyst to give a spike up here, retest of 2,000. The Fed's already made their policy, going forward concerning inflation, interest rates, and all that good stuff. So this bias is saying that inflation is coming in some way, shape, or form. And so gold is that safe haven. All right. So this is going to be interesting going forward, how Wednesday is going to affect the gold prices. Right now, you're still in a bull market. You still got a bullish bias to the market. So that's what we're looking at there. The next thing we're going to look at is silver. We're watching silver as well. It is to be noted that silver is consolidating up here too. Been consolidating for the past few weeks, going absolutely nowhere, but with a bullish bias to the overall market. Again, we're going to be taking cues from the Fed on Wednesday. Now, gold and silver is a two-edged sword. They're both commodities, but they're also considered currencies. Gold and silver is money. Historically, going back 5,000 years, gold and silver has been considered money. But gold and silver is also a commodity, so it is sensitive to interest rates and the strength or weakness of the US dollar. So those things are going to be weighing heavily on gold and silver going into Wednesday. But once again, we do have a bullish bias to the overall precious metals markets, looking at gold and silver specifically. So we got our eyes on this as we move closer toward Wednesday. Another market we got to consider is the bond market. So here's ticker TLT. It should be noted that the trend is still in a bull market. On the daily chart, the complexion of this is still a bull market. Where's the bias currently? The bias is to the buy side, with pullbacks being bid. We came off here, then we bounced. This sell-off was bid right back up toward the trend line resistance, which is where we're trading right now. Okay, so the question is, how are the bonds going to be affected as we head toward Wednesday? The bias currently is to the buy side on the bond market. All right, we got a bullish bias right now, temporarily right now in the bond market. We are hitting an overhead resistance area of the trend line resistance, followed by the bottom of the Kumo cloud. Those are serving as an air pocket of resistance. So it's going to be tough for the market to get above that, but based on what is announced on Wednesday and what's talked about during the press conference, should give us more information as far as what the market wants to do. Will the bulls push the market higher, or will they give up and let the bears take the market down? That's the question we got. We have no answers yet. We just know where we are. Bullish bias in gold and silver for the time being. Okay, bullish bias. All right, so if you take a look now at the crypto market, at Bitcoin specifically, let's see how we're shaping up here. Okay, so that 10,000 to 10,500 area of support that I talked about when the market was way back here, this is where we are. All right, if you go back and look at the Bitcoin videos I have done on the end of day reports and giving you the long-term breakdown of the Bitcoin market, it is behaving exactly like I figured it would behave. So this market right now has a bullish bias also to it. All right, and it's still in a bull market as well. And again, this will let us know when Wednesday comes around how things are going to fare out. It is really a mixed bag. We don't know. All right, because a lot of this is going to be contingent upon the US dollar. All right, for a long time, Bitcoin was married to the US dollar. They have since gotten a divorce. All right, Bitcoin has gone a separate way, but for a long time, whatever, it was tick for tick with the US dollar, man. That US dollar index, boom, Bitcoin, they moved together. That's not happening right now. It's not happening at all. Bitcoin has divorced from the US dollar. They separated, and they're not speaking right now. However, though, all markets are contingent to a degree to the performance of the US dollar and interest rates. This will determine how investors and traders see Bitcoin. Right now, the bias is still to the buy side. Here's this rally alert, and we've been getting daily upside production from the rally alert. All right, so still long on the buy side of Bitcoin for the time being, going into Wednesday. So where else do we look for stores of value and clues in the market? Well, here's the Nasdaq 100 futures. Okay, so we come into this week with a bullish bias to the market as well as a rally alert. All right, so right now pullbacks are being bid in the Nasdaq 100 as well. This is on the future side. All right, so again, we're in a bull market. As you can see here, we're in a bull market. And right now we have a bullish bias to the market with pullbacks being bid. However, on this one, we have a bearish weekly trend momentum reading. And that's because of back here when we had the crash alert and we got all this downside production, it kind of changed the complexion of the market, and it put the Nasdaq into an official pullback correction zone. So we got what we're doing like we did back here. We were closer toward the trend line, but we since pulled way away from the trend line, and now we've gone back to it, and now the market's looking reverse again. So we got the crash, boom. Now we're looking to go back up again. So Wednesday is holding a lot of cards for us right now, a lot of unforeseen that we just don't know. So we're going to have to wait and see for clues. Now, tomorrow, I believe, is probably your last trading opportunity, meaning that the markets may break out into a temporary trend, 24-hour trend cycle tomorrow, between tonight and tomorrow. So I believe that the opportunity for trading before Wednesday will exist between tonight and tomorrow to some degree. Markets do like to rally into the Fed, but not always. All right, so if we look at the QQQ, which is the Nasdaq 100 ETF, you see the same situation. We got that upward bias. We got the bearish weekly trend momentum reading, and again, pullbacks being bid in the market. That's the same scenario. It's moving just like the Nasdaq 100 futures as it should. Okay, but again, It's all going to be predicated on what the markets do between now and that Fed announcement. So right now, this is where it is. All right, so let's move on here real quick. All right, let's see what else we got. All right. Okay, this here is Workhorse Group. The ticker is WKHS. This one has been consolidating for several weeks, moving sideways. We finally got some upside production from the rally alert right here. Then we got a crash alert, and we got just a slither of downside production before we reversed and had a rally alert. And then we got nice upside production from that rally alert. So this one right now, the bias is to the buy side of the market. So it's a bullish bias in the market, and it is broken out of the past consolidation area. All right, so we just hit a new leg up. So on this one, we have a bullish situation. We got the rally alert. We got the upside production. What else is there to say? This one is looking pretty nice, pretty healthy at this point. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right, so the next one is Nikola. Let's see here. This one is NKLA. All right, this one has a rally alert for tomorrow's trading. All right, we're coming off of the crash alert a few days ago. We got this alert here. We got all this nice downside production. Now the market's looking to try to recuperate some of that. It looks like the market's going to try to get back up to around that $40 to $45 handle. All right, so rally alert for this one for tomorrow's trading. You're in a bull market. I see we had this long extended correction, and then we just been bouncing around below the Kumo cloud, below the trend line resistance. So we'll see what happens. But you do have a rally alert for tomorrow's trading in this one. All right, let's see here. American, I don't know, man. You raise an interesting theory there on the theta, and I don't know. I dig where you at, but that's a good question. The algos do tell us everything we pretty much want to know and need to know. So yeah, I truly believe that pretty much everything that can be known or that already is known is already factored into the markets, and they do tell us a lot. All right, do you want to see VALE? Okay, let's see here. All right, this ticker is VALE, VALE. All right, so all right, this stock came into this week with a rally alert. And now the market is starting to give us upside production, which is nice. Looks like it's trying to it wants to break that $12 mark. So this one's looking good. I think the next target is between $12 and $12.50 should be the next initial targets on this one. All right. All right. So pretty much, like I said, a quiet day. If you just looked at the market value, like how much the markets moved, you would have thought, oh, what a rally. Well, it really was not a rally. All right. It was just the Dow recuperating some of its down movement. All right. The last one here, the ticker is AR for this stock, Antero Resources. All right, so you came into today with a rally alert and the market delivered. It gave you some upside production. The trend line resistance here is your initial target, followed by the bottom of the Kumo cloud. I think this stock has the potential to get to about $3 to $3, around 350. I think 350 is going to be probably the first resistance zone here. You are under a bearish weekly trend momentum reading, but you are in the beginning stages of a bull market. So this could be a really good place to rally from. So 350 is my initial target, but who knows how much this can get. Okay. Yeah, theta, man, you know, hey, theta, what can you say? I can tell you what it's looking like, what the complexion of it is looking like for tonight into tomorrow. Let me see. Just give me a second. All right, here we go. All right, of course, my chart has to be messed up. Okay, so theta's been operating under a rally alert since September the 10th. All right, so it's been operating under a rally alert since then. All right, so yeah, it's been giving you nothing but upside production since the rally alert back here. All right, so you had this rally alert here, and it's been upside ever since. Nice. Believe it or not, though, I know the chart is jacked up. I got to find a way to like fix this chart. Let me see. Let me see here. Let me see. Can I fix this chart? Is it possible? Is it possible? Let's see. All right, that's not what I want. Hold on. This is okay. Give me just a second. Let's see if I can. Ah, okay. I see the problem. I see the problem now. Yeah, this is going to take. Yeah, this will take some doing to be able to fix this one. Let me see. Give me a second. Yeah, I see what the problem is, it's an easy fix. It is going to take some a little bit of doing on my part, but I do see the problem. I do see the problem. I just have to find a solution and a workaround. But yeah, this one's been doing good since the last rally alert. So data's looking good, man. All right, so we're gonna keep our eyes and ears open. Like I said, the best thing to do that I would recommend is to just follow the reports. All right, the PulseWave reports give you a whole lot more information than I can give you here in these videos. So if you're not a subscriber, you're definitely going to want to subscribe so that you can have the most up-to-date information. The reports not only tell you all the basic stuff that I give you in these end of day videos, but it gives you more. It gives you the specific price points for the intraday price inflection points, where to buy and where to sell. And it gives it to you specifically. Tells you what intraday price inflection points to watch out for. Just gives you a lot of information. So those are the best tools. All right, with that being said, man, you know what it is. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'm out. Peace.